Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Dean's Beer Reviews. Got a new camera today. I've using my cheap digital camera before, and I had a limit of 9 minutes and 41 on HD, and it wouldn't do full 1080p HD, but this one does. And there's going to be no stupid silly time limits. It's a good camera as well. It's £150. Yeah, so it's a good one. So yes, as you're looking at me through my new Carl Zeiss lens, I shall continue. And the beauty of it is I'll be able to hold things up to the camera now and it not go blurry. So yeah, anyway, and hopefully the sound will be better as well. Right, cool. It's nice to have a new toy. We're going to do another Theakston one today. The other one I brought home from the brewery yesterday. It's nice and cool, not cold. Although it could be, the bottle's condensed, but it's starting to really drip now because I've had it out of the fridge for a while. But it's a pale one, so it wants to be fairly cold, but not obviously chilled. It's Theakston's Lightfoot. Now my wife had a little third glass of this on draft yesterday, and she really quite liked it. So again, she's going to be, like the last review, she's going to be having one of these. So I'm going to crack it open. I'll read a bit about it. This is a very pale golden coloured ale, brewed using English malted barley and wheat, European hops, water from the Yorkshire Dales and the famous Theakston yeast strain, to create a continental blonde style flavour and aroma. Ooh, should be interesting. After excuse me a second, picking my nose. It was nice on draft yet, but yeah. It's obviously, bottle beers are different to draft. It's the same beer, but obviously it's processed for the bottle. Then obviously it's fizzed up a little bit. Right. There we go, cap off. Ooh, smells rather nice. Anyway, here's your little drop, your wee dram.
Thank you.
I haven't showed you the bottle cap, unfortunately, because it's just a plain gold crown. When I've been, there you go, it's Fiona's little third. When I've been holding bottle caps up, I haven't been bothering because the camera was that, rubbish for video. It was good for photos, but rubbish for video. Obviously it didn't have an auto zoom, it didn't focus properly, but this has. So hopefully if I hold this up close to the camera, it won't blur and you'll actually be able to see the bottle this time. It's Theakston's, is it central and everything? Theakston's Lightfoot. Are we good?
Yep.
4.1% ABV. I forgot to mention, you can probably see that quite clearly there.
Yep.
Oh, it's all good. Yes, loving the new camera. Right, cool. And my Theakston glass. Forgive me for a while now, I hold things close because it's nice to see back. Cool. Don't know if I left that there long enough to zoom in properly, but there you go. Let's get it out. So to speak. Yes, as you can see, it's a lovely golden colour. Nice, very slightly off, but more or less just white head. You can't really notice the offness unless you look closely. It's nice and golden, bit of carbonation in there. Looks a bit like Duvel. Not quite as light, but very, very similar. Let's get a smell. Yeah, it's like, if I can compare that to another beer, because it comes to my mind straight away, it's a Pilsner I'm thinking of. Is it Pilsner Urquell? No, it's Budweiser Budvar. That's what it is, Budweiser Budvar I'm thinking of. It smells like that. It's that lagery, ricey sort of grainy smell. Bit of sweetness, it's quite honey-hued in the sweetness as well. Fairly big hop aroma as well, sort of citrusy and things. As you would expect from a beer looking like that. A bit vanilla-y. It's not sort of toffee caramel vanilla, it's just straight vanilla. With a citrusy note. What do you think? Have you had a smell?
Oh no. Yeah.
You have to give it you have to agitate it first, you can't just... But yeah, it smells lovely. It smells nice and refreshing.
It does.
Good. Have I served it about the right temperature for your liking, madam?
Yes.
Good. It's our 6th wedding anniversary tomorrow. And I've just got her to like beer, or some beers. To the point where she's nicking half of them. But that doesn't mean, that means I've got more room for head.
Well, it is our wedding anniversary.
Indeed. I was just thinking the same thing, yes. Nothing like a bit of head on the old anniversary. On the beer.
Disgusting.
You started that. Anyway, that wasn't very Christian of me, sorry. Right, yeah, there you go. Nice and golden. It's got a slight haze to it as well. I don't know if I'm just wiping the glass down because I don't know if that's just condensation. A bit of haze. No, it's not the condensation, it's a bit of haze. Not like sediment in the bottom, not cloudy sort of hazy. But it's just a natural sort of golden straw sort of hazy colour. It looks really good. Head's retaining well. It's quite soapy looking, nice and bright white. There's a slight yellow hue to it. Looks thick, I mean you can probably see that in glorious high def. There you go, look. One head. Not to get beer on my new camera. Right. Anyway, cheers folks. It's a good one. It's nice just to be able to take my time now as well, I don't have to rush. You know, with how much time I've got left and things.
Yeah, don't waffle too long.
Don't waffle too much. That's what I got the camera for. I didn't spend £50, so I couldn't waffle.
Maybe you need to know how much it costs.
That's why I'm saying it like that. Anyway, ignore her. At least the dog's behaving himself tonight. He's staring down at his bone longingly. You can get it if you like, you know. It's lovely. It is quite lagery, like a summer sort of blonde. You get the malted barley coming through. That's the crystal malt. And when I was going around the brewery yesterday, I tasted some raw crystal malt after it'd been before they mill it for the beer. Very nice, just to crunch on. And I think it was the Challenger hops in this one, if I remember rightly, and there's European hops. Yeah, it's good. It's got a hot bitterness definitely at the end there. Slightly honey-hued on the palate. I think the honey-huedness is giving way to a bit of a vanilla-y sort of taste as well. That's the vanilla, I think. Although it's quite carbonated on the end of the tongue, it's still fairly smooth with that taste. One thing I should mention, like when I reviewed the Hogshead beer yesterday, the Theakston Hogshead bitter, which they've just bottled exclusively to Tesco, but obviously whether and how many Tesco shops it's out there I don't know yet. It's certainly not in mine. I've got a big one down the road from me and it's not in there yet, and the girl wasn't sure if it was at the brewery wasn't sure if it was actually in the supermarkets yet, but it's going to be exclusively to Tesco. I forgot to explain why it was called Hogshead Bitter yesterday as well. A hogshead is basically just the biggest size barrel. It goes up from firkin up to something or other, up to barrel, up to hogshead, which is like massive. But yeah, similarly, that one's exclusive to Tesco. Similarly, this one here, the bottled Lightfoot, exclusively to Morrison's. The XB and the Old Peculiar, like I said in the last review, you can get anywhere in bottles. That's just the two mainstays for the bottling. And like I said, there's another one in the pipeline, so I was told on the sly yesterday. Yeah, Lightfoot, Morrison's, Hogshead, Tesco. Yeah, it's fantastic. The fruitiness and the honeyness and the light body and the refreshing finish just reminds you of summer. It's a summer beer. I don't know if it says that specifically on it, but it's certainly, I mean, even if you look at the picture on the front, the green fields, and it must be just as a sun setting or something because the buildings are all dark and shadowy. Get rid of the condensation. It's nice sort of deep yellow hued sky, and it looks lovely. So you can tell it's a summer beer. It's easy to fact. What am I talking about? I can just show you on my new camera. Look at that. Nice picture. And Fiona's despairing. She's like, "Oh, just get on with the beer review." That's it. She's alright. She's got her head in the computer playing some obscure game. But yeah, the head is lacing a little bit. Good. Yeah. Fruity, zingy with the hops at the end. It's quite metallic. Honey-hued, light, fairly malty beer. Very refreshing. 4.1. Can't argue with that. The strength's fantastic. It means you can have one or two, just to relax to, without feeling too heady afterwards. So yeah, it's fantastic. Theakston Lightfoot Pale Ale, 4.1% ABV. Get down to your nearest Morrison's, or if you're near Messam, go to the gift shop and get some. It's lovely. There we go. Ta-ra.